On this episode of Chicago Beer Pass, Nick and I are drinking some Adventurously Milds from Temperance. We talk about the City Water Run the Jewels collaboration again because we're very excited about it, and I found cans before they should be released. We talk about Sox Park, the Perch, and a whole bunch more. Let's get into it. Here we are, hitting up events, drinking our way through Chicago beer, and trying not to miss a thing.
Yeah, because, the cork popped out, boom, it flies like fucking 10 feet. We're like, yeah, let's do it.
All you have to do is add some fruit, stir it up, and ride that milkshake wave.
Whenever I see him, I gotta take a photo with the most decorated brewer in Chicago, Jonathan Cutler.
It'll be like the stuff you hear. You ever go to every time you go to Floyd's, all the music sounds like this. Raw, raw, raw.
Sometimes you want a small beer, but really, you want a big beer.
You gotta take in all those big aromatic hops.
Hey, what are you doing this weekend? Waiting in line for a bottle release?
You should have never been a fad. The black IPA is delicious.
Hey, and welcome to Chicago Beer Pass. I'm Brad Chmielewski.
Brad, what's up, man? I'm Nik White.
And we are drinking very old men beers this time. We joked about it last time, but
The Dad Beer Podcast March is on, man.
you don't get more old man than an English dark mild ale.
That's
Just
a
need
good-
Greg Hall here, right?
It's a goddamn British dark session beer from. They even got the British flag on the back.
Yeah, from Temperance.
Adventurous Mild from Temperance.
4%.
Man,
You're not getting drunk off this.
no, we're cruising today, bud. But if you've already been rolling, this is a good, kind of slow things down.
Right, yeah.
Without turning them off. It's good for that.
And the mild ales, they're really filling, and they go well with food, but maybe that's because they're both filling food, and this kind of style of beer just feels like you get full. It's not a Miller Lite, you're going to crush a 30-pack.
That's very true. We talked about Guinness a couple episodes ago and how that's very filling. And yeah, 4% is usually associated with light flavor and just kind of thin in general, thin experience all around. And this is not that, even though it's still a small beer. Small beer, bigger, flavor's bigger than a typical beer this ABV. Flavor's bigger.
Yeah, for sure.
So
I originally had this when I went up there for my second tailgate thing, and they had this one out there. So I was like, oh, this is a perfect beer, just to knowing I have to leave at some point here, so I'll be in my car, so I'll have this.
it works, and as much I learned that was lesson number one in the pandemic was I can't drink like I drink outside. I drink an 8% beer at 4 o'clock, and I'm indoors, and I got stuff to do. The fatigue started to weigh heavier because I wasn't going anywhere.
Yeah.
So yeah. So this is cool. And it's funny. I was drinking a brown ale from Midwest Coast.
Oh, okay.
It had very similar color scheme, very similar flavor profile.
Here we are drinking wheat beers, dark milds, brown ales.
It's some funny shit,
What are we
man.
missing? The ESB.
Yeah, right. So this is cool, man. It's it's toasty, a little bit of toffee, little chocolate. There's a nice little fruity hop in there.
Yeah.
It's cool all around. It's pretty neat beer.
Yeah, I kind of dig it. It's good. I don't know, hanging out beer. And it's nice as we transit. It feels like fall though. It feels like the English mile feels like a fall beer to me.
As opposed to
I want those Freedom. We're drinking out of the Freedom of Session sours.
I dig how this is the unofficial glass of
I don't
the
know. I
studio.
kind of been liking them, so
Yeah, I do like
it's
the
good
color
size.
blocking
But I feel like springtime. I want those these session sours now. But
You don't see too many Maibachs, right? Because I thought Maibach was a traditional kind of spring thing.
for Mayfest, right?
Yeah.
'Cause Mayfest is coming up, right?
So hopefully we see some, see the Maibach. I do like them, the stop.
Yeah, we
on
got
the
some
Maibach.
wooden mugs. We need some Maybachs and Mayfest it up.
Part of me wants to know what kind of things Brad gets into when he's not recording, because he's got a very weird range on his props. But I'm not gonna ask. I don't really want to know.
But yeah, all right, we're gonna keep sipping on these, and nice to be diving into some more Temperance lately. So it's fun. And then last week we got after some beer and cereal, so that was pretty fun. If anyone was watching our TikTok style reels.
Yeah, we had adulting breakfast style was the reel that week. I was in the reel and I thought it was a little strange, but I think that's when you know you got one. When you look, when you see the playback and you're like, what in the fuck is wrong with them?
Exactly. So no cereal this week. But on the table, we'll get into this Run the Jewels collaboration if you're watching the video, and yeah, but we missed a spot the other week, right?
Yeah, man.
You hit up Finch's Perch.
Finally, Chicago Beer Pass has made it to the Perch.
All right.
This is Wicker Park. So this is what, Division near Damon.
Yeah, this was the boundary.
That's what it was, yeah. I'm like, I don't think this was Jerry Sandwiches, but the boundary. This is a gorgeous space. Let's start there.
Okay.
The trellis, the upside down wooden bows on the
Bow truss.
Bow truss. It's really cool looking joint. What else? Oh, I went in there looking for the Taco Cat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Speaking of session sours,
Right.
Like that's a kettle sour.
Kettle sour.
Same, right?
Yeah.
Same, sort of. I guess it's the same, right?
The kettle sour was the precursor to the session sour.
Yeah.
But no Taco Cat to be found, man.
Oh.
But they did have two variations on Taco Cat.
Okay.
One was like a caliente, like a lime and pepper one. I'm like, well, give me that one. They're like, yeah, we don't really have that one either. It was like, so they have the lime Taco Cat.
This feels like classic Finch. A mess.
So like, fine, give me the lime Taco Cat. You know.
Okay.
So there was that. They have a their flagship beer's got a bird name on it, and it's like a Pils. Fuck, I should have wrote it down.
Okay.
But it was good. I'm here to report.
Nice. Okay.
That was fun. I'm like, give me the Pils now.
Did they have a patio, or are you hanging out inside? What's their situation over there right now?
Look up the name of the Finch Pils too while we're talking. What caught my attention was this killer back patio space where there's a bunch of like ivy on the walls and a bunch of statues, and it's like
statue, like Greek
exactly
statues,
like like mannequins with no arms, shit like that.
Okay.
And I'm like, oh, bring it on, because they got a gigantic outdoor seating, right? Like it's not just like a couple tables. You can fit like 40, 50 fuckers on their outdoor seating.
Is this like in the back of the place or on the side?
Correct. It's behind. It's on the side.
Oh, okay.
It's not directly in the back. It's it's on the side.
And it was all open, or was it like an enclosed?
Yeah, on the pictures it looked open, but it was enclosed.
Oh, okay. So it's like a Four Seasons room kind of thing?
Right. It was like an indoor sunroom.
Okay, yeah.
Which, I wanted to be outside, but it was still cool.
But you felt like you were outside, right?
Yeah.
Even technically you weren't, but you felt like it, so that's kind of...
And then also, it was, it was kid-friendly and dog-friendly.
Okay, so not feeling that.
It was all the kids and all the dogs. I like dogs.
Yeah.
I actually have daughters. I mean, I like kids.
Kids, too.
I don't like kids at breweries, though.
I like kids and dogs. Separate there, fine.
You want to have some kids, and then there's some dogs at a different time, or vice versa, Kids and dogs is too much.
All right. So, but it was busy because Wicker Park, basically Wrigleyville 2.0 at this point.
Yeah. So it was on a Kraken, man. And why the fuck can't I find the name of this beer? I'm gonna keep on looking while we're talking.
Okay. And the Perch opened, I want to say about 6 months ago now.
Exactly. It was like deep into the pandemic.
Right. And
we kind of looked at each other like, man, that's the move? That's what they're going
that's
with?
Finch's move to open up a new spot restaurant. I do go by there quite a bit because I'm right over there. So
yeah.
I want to check it out. It's kind of like on the short list of places to like, let's just go take a long lunch and go hit this up.
I tell you, man, the food was really good. I will say that about the Perch. And then also, like proper cheese curds and, like some really fun kind of modern American cuisine.
Okay. Besides the Taco Cats being missing.
Songbird, German-style Pilsner.
Songbird?
Yeah.
This Temperance is called like bird song. Is there
I think
like...
you're right.
Is there Saison? Yeah.
Yeah. So the one I really wanted was, there's Taco Cat and then there's Taco Gato.
Okay.
Taco Gato is the one I got. The Revenge of Taco Gato, which is the barrel-aged version. Yeah.
What's their other like lineup? Is it pretty deep or is it?
The only one I noticed was Skull Hammer. Imperial IPA. I feel like that's been in cans.
Okay.
Everything else I never heard of. You know, the Sloth Overlords and Oatmeal Stout. There's an Irish Red, a Citra IPA, a couple hazy IPAs, a pale, and then some blue kettle sour.
Okay.
A Kool-Aid kettle sour.
A Kool-Aid house.
Blue Magoo.
Interesting.
That sounds like some bullshit.
I'm down to try that. Because I don't even remember the Finch's flagship beers anymore.
I thought the first, Finch this is Act 3, basically, of Finch.
Yeah.
Right?
We don't need to go down our Finch stories.
We went on our Finch rant already. I think Act 1 was Secret Stash Stout was a popular beer from them.
Right.
They had a red ale. And then,
yeah, that's why them having red ale now makes sense, but...
Red ale escapes me. Fuck, what was it called? I think it had something to do with pigs.
Fuck. Oh, Fascist Pig?
Fascist Pig, thank you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it was Secret Stout and Fascist Pig. Those are the ones that I thought they made well.
Okay.
And they had some other shit,
They
too.
had another one with a yellow bird on it, a red bird on it.
They were,
They put a bird on it.
They came out the gate with beers that kind of looked like the original Half Acre lineup a little bit.
Yeah.
Like a hoppy pale.
Okay.
And
So, I don't know. It's cool to see them trying some other stuff, especially at the restaurant, and getting people who maybe don't know the story and don't know anything about them and be like, here's our beer.
yeah.
But you can't find this in the stores here because no one has our beer.
I'm telling you, man. And, before, because, they're across the street from Goose Fulton, like we talked about. That's where the production brewery is.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the only spot over in the brewing district that's not open to the public.
Right.
Right? Like, you can't just walk in and have a pint. So, and then for them to have that space that just makes packaged beer, like, where the hell is it if you wanted it? I don't think I've ever seen Taco Cat in stores.
Yeah, some of I believe Miska's might have it because they have everything.
Yeah.
But another smaller corner store kind of thing, they're not gonna have it because they just haven't sold. So they're gonna get stuff that they know sells.
I will say this about Finch, and we've said this before. They were in places like Atlanta and places like Tennessee. Months before Goose made it out there.
Okay.
Because Finch saw, the way the local climate was changing, so they made the pivot. Instead of closing their doors for good, they entered these other markets as a beer from Chicago.
Totally, yeah.
To kind of save their company. And that was pretty smart, so, but yeah, I would, outside of the Perch, right, they definitely get lost in the shuffle. Because this is a crazy beer town, obviously. We talk about different shit every week.
Right.
So...
That's cool. I want to check it out. I want to see, firsthand. But
yeah, I thought the space was great, man. Space was great. Beers were good. I think next time I'm gonna sit on the sidewalk seating patio.
Okay.
See, there were a ton of people out there. Like I didn't feel like I was getting my 6 feet. You know what I mean? So I'm like, nah, fuck that sidewalk shit. I want to sit in the back. It's probably less people, and there were less adult people. than But
all those dog people.
it was all these, it was a bunch of dogs and kids, man. So
Okay.
it was cool though. Space looks good.
Nice. Okay. Yeah. I don't know. I might hit it up this coming week. The weather's was a little colder this past week, so it's like I don't know if I want to sit kind of outside or with windows open in 50-degree weather for lunches.
Yeah,
So
kind of a buzzkill.
yeah,
Yeah.
in that mid 60s, I'm down. But
Exactly.
cool. I didn't. This past week, I didn't make it to anywhere. The rain and the weather sort of just kept me inside this
Yeah.
moment. Did you hit up anything else?
Cheers to Dovetail. Stopped there just for a pint.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I think I got the Dunkelweiss in the cool little glass stein.
Oh, cool. Nice.
Their patio game is nice. It's just on the side of the building. Every other seat.
Okay.
Super comfortable. Yeah. So cheers to them. I went to Sox Park, man.
Oh, I thought you were going to not go until the playoffs. I thought that was the game plan.
That's what I thought, too. Went to see my beloved Chicago White Sox.
Nice.
The Sox won, so that was fun.
Oh, cool.
But, this was ground zero for a cool beer experience, for the whole summer. The Rev Social Tap is there. Goose Island has a huge presence with like that little river, that little river, and then the gigantic goose.
Yeah, they said it's an island now.
Yeah,
they
sorry.
they made it an island.
Sorry, the island. My bad. And the craft cave below the outfield wall, there's like 80 beers in cans. So this is where you go.
Yeah.
They even got vegan hot dogs. They got hot dogs. You can dress it up like a real hot dog and everything. This place is great.
I don't know if that's not selling me, but okay.
Oh, but they voted the best food at a baseball stadium in baseball.
Really?
By the fans. Yeah. So this is this is Sox Park. This is a fun place to be. So I go. I'm excited. The spot is kind of designed for you to. Two rules there. If you're on the 300 level, you cannot come down to the 100 level.
Oh.
Right.
Is that pre-COVID also?
No, period. Yeah, even before, pre-COVID.
Okay.
If you were upstairs, you couldn't roam the concourse. But if you had a ticket on the 100 level, you could walk around the whole concourse, and they wanted you to because there was different food and different beer in every section.
Okay.
And there's a big concourse.
Is that 100 concourse more expensive?
Yeah.
So it's to keep out the riffraff.
You keep the riffraff out. So I'm at Sox Park, but the COVID rules are ruining everything. So now I can't walk the whole 100 level ball.
Okay.
I have to stay in this section where my seat is, which is something you would never do.
So it's like a UK, EU kind of football thing. So there's nothing, like you're not allowed. You don't go out because there's really nothing at these stadiums.
So I'm like, well, dude, I mean, I understand you want to be safe and all that shit, but the only beer in my section is fucking Modelo and the Goose stuff.
Oh, how do you you can't get that other stuff?
You know what I'm saying? I'm like,
You're not even allowed?
I'm like, what the fuck? So I'm pleading my case. I'm like, listen, man, I know you got, because they got gatekeepers blocking each section, and each section is color coded. And, you can't go to the purple section. You got an orange ticket kind of thing. And I'm like, man, this shit sucks. So, I had to like slip the guy a $5. I'm like, listen, man, we're just going to get some fucking beer, And
Yeah.
so we walk around, get more beer, But each section I had to wasn't paying everyone off, but I had to have a conversation like, listen, you guys need to fix this because I have to go get Alpha King or on a can, and it's over there.
Yeah.
So you got to let me through, and then I'll come back. You know what I'm saying? That the whole time. So that kind of sucked. And then also the craft cave where the 80 beers were, there are no 80 beers. There's no cooler with all the cool beers in it. You got two choices. You got Goose, Lemon Shandy, and you got Anti-Hero.
Oof.
Oh, and you got the Sox beer.
Okay.
And I'm like, I don't want any of
Not
this.
so much of a craft cave no more, huh?
I mean, this is the craft cave now?
This is the pandemic has.
So, and you start to see a theme throughout the joint. Like, instead of having this really wide range of beers, it was mostly a couple Goose taps and a couple Rev taps or cans at every stop.
Yeah.
Yeah, with some exceptions here and there. But, so like Floyd's was there and like, Great Lakes.
Yeah.
And I can't tell you if there were any other smaller breweries there.
I feel like when we were, might have been like McCormick Place, but it was similar to Sox Park kind of thing where these places are buying all these beers, but they're buying it from the distributor, and if they don't sell, they can return them, right, to the distributor and get like money back or whatever. So maybe breweries aren't being like, well, if I'm going to get hit if this doesn't sell, why are people going to go to the park? I don't know how to make any money. I want my beer there to be seen, but if there's only 25% people there, it's not worth it for me to like put my beer there. I'm just trying to like get the beer out the door right now.
Especially if there's a penalty and you got to like take it back for whatever reason. That's very true.
Yeah.
It makes sense. What was I going to say? Just a little back story on how this place got to have all this cool beer. Like the Rev Social Tap is where you go to every game. If you win something, if you win a gift or something when you check in, you go to the Rev Social Tap to redeem your gift. So, and you go there, and it's not just Rev beers. Rev had a bunch of guests. You can get 18th Street and Pipeworks and all kind of shit up there. Oh, so anyway, the reason Rev got that space is because Miller Lite pulled out. That was the Miller Lite Social Tap when they built that place.
Oh, okay.
And then Miller Lite, they said they didn't want to be the premier sponsor. So then Modelo said, well, we don't want to be the premier sponsor either. We'll be like a partial premier sponsor. So then Rev said, we'll take the other slot. And then Goose said, oh, I think there's room here for us. So then now we'll take a premier spot.
Yeah.
So instead of having like 2 big ones. Now they have these 3.
That's fun.
That's cool. Yeah. But that's how that started.
Yeah, I don't know. I've never been to the park ever, so I don't.
Like never ever.
Never ever.
Yeah.
I've been to the old park. That was it.
I'll tell you on a side note, man. They zip tie all the seats. So if me and you got 2 seats, and there's supposed to be 6 seats open, those seats are zip tied.
Oh.
So
Only your seats are available.
Exactly. None of this congregating.
So no being like, let's just move down a couple rows.
Yeah. So that
I
part.
don't know. I think the Chicago Dogs, they're gonna start playing here soon.
Yeah.
And I feel like they don't got a lot of rules.
You're making me want to go out there. What is it, Schaumburg or something?
Yeah, because then you got a short fuse right down there.
Short fuse out there. I need me a Chicago Dogs t-shirt.
Yeah, I got I have a hat.
And I need a little more. I need that feeling that Sox Park used to give me.
I know we're gonna go soon.
I need that feeling.
It's happening. They're playing. I feel like there's a lot of kids though, no dogs.
No dogs.
So
we're cruising as long as we can cruise the park. That was the part that pissed me off. I can't cruise the lower level. I couldn't cruise it at all. And I'm like, well, fuck. This joint holds 40,000 and it's only 8,000 here. So what the fuck?
There's not much to cruise at this park.
Oh man.
Because also, their best beer might be Lagunitas IPA. That's why we're drinking the Claw, because that's what you got, and you can cruise from like right or left field to right field. There's no like going around. There's no,
So it's
and
a little different.
there's nothing there. But
Yeah, no laws, bruh.
Yeah.
You around there smashing claws though. I didn't have claws.
Yeah.
I didn't have claws at the park.
You probably bring your own beer in. They're like, you really should buy our stuff, but tickets are $5. So come on in. Welcome back.
Man. So it was interesting.
Yeah.
Just to see. I wonder what's going on at Wrigley as far as like, just the experience. You know, 'cause this was a weird experience.
So you're not itching to go back now that you did it, or do you like? Would you go back?
I tell you, man. I mean, when it's nice, I'm definitely go back on a Sunday, right?
Okay.
Just hang out in the sun, just hang out in the bleachers and fucking chill.
Were people tailgating?
That's a good question. I didn't. So I didn't see. I didn't see the parking sitch. I didn't see that.
Okay.
But yeah, it was a rough first game. Yeah, they need to fix that shit. If no one's there, you gotta let us cruise the whole park. The park was built to cruise it and try all the stuff.
Right.
That's how they delayed it out.
Because even you walking around probably didn't go by anyone. There's not enough people there.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So it seemed like a bit much.
Yeah.
I'm like, if you guys have a daily stand up all week, you need to bring this up in your daily stand up. Because this ain't gonna work.
All right. Any other spots you hit up or check out?
Beer Temple's back, man. Shout out to Beer Temple.
Nice.
Yeah.
I've heard good things.
They saved me a 43-mile trip to Phase 3 because they were pouring Curvature 8 and Nectar, one of their fruited sours.
Nice.
So,
and we just had 2, 3, or 4.
We've been going at it with the Phase 3 shit.
So check out the YouTube channel for that. But I feel like it was like 4.
There's definitely If I'm a Bird. Then we had a Curvature.
Yeah.
And then we definitely had those.
Okay. So how was this one?
Oh man, it was coconut, vanilla, and coffee. So I don't know how much different this is from like one of their pressed. Pressed is their Imperial Porter coffee series.
Right.
So if you got how is this different from pressed with coconut?
Okay.
Probably it might be the same beer.
Same, but different.
Yeah, same but different. It's good though.
Okay.
It was good. It was nice to be at the Beer Temple.
All right.
That place is nice and spread.
Did you need to wear your mask when you're in there?
Unless you're drinking.
You have to like put it back up.
You gotta
to
put
talk?
it back up. Yeah. Beer Temple on the 11 a.m. side of things very much has like a coffee house kind of vibe. Even the playlist, even the people there. Like we probably wouldn't be as loud as this. Like we'd be, a little
whisper.
It's kind of different, somebody will come in and start talking loud, but just everyone's there.
Everyone's
drinking.
like, what?
Like let's just drink this 14% beer and listen to this easy listening jazz.
Okay.
At the Beer Temple. I was kind of into it. I have a little laptop and shit.
You requested your girl on for your Dolly Parton.
Oh, Linda Ronstadt.
Yeah.
Oh man, if they let me get a hold of that Bluetooth, I'm about to get some. I'm about to get some Linda Ron set up in this joint, man.
Nice. So now you
Blue Bayou.
you wouldn't get a bottle then. You've had it. You're good.
Yeah, because their bottles are for sale up there.
Yeah.
Which is fine. It's 45 miles away.
Yeah. Okay.
It's 110 miles from the house, Brad. It's too far.
Back and forth.
I mean, yeah.
Okay.
It's too far.
All right. Fair enough.
So I'm glad the option is here.
Cool.
Village Tap had them on draft too.
Yeah.
So that was cool. And I underestimated how cool Village Tap is. Because they're like, yeah, we're one of the few places in town that actually got this keg. They had the coconut, if I'm a bird, you're a bird.
Right. You were drinking that. We talked about that last week. Yeah. Village Tap is a kind of an underrated spot. It's sort of like it sucks and it's awesome at the same time. Like I don't know. Like,
I never sit in the bar area. I always go to the back.
Yeah, like the beer selection is amazing, but if you're there at the wrong time, it's super bro-y and downtowny loop, and you're just like super sports bar kind of.
No,
yeah,
not very big joint.
Yeah, but the beer selection is awesome.
They got a nice selection.
So it's like, ugh.
I hadn't been in a while. I think in 2012, this really is the old man beer podcast. Back in 2012, though, they had an event called the Local Tap Takeover. It was really the only event like that up to that point that I had experienced.
Okay.
So, like David Finch is in one corner. Greg Hall's there. I'm like, what are you drinking, Greg? He's like, Zombie Dust. Argus is there, and Wild Onion is there. Wild Onion put it together. 26 taps, all Chicago stuff, which is that's not a noteworthy now.
But then it was like,
But
oh my
10
God, we
years-
could get 26 Chicago breweries.
Chicago only, and people were so excited that either reps or brewers from all these spots came out. And that's when I really started to see, like, man, this is a cool scene. Chicago's a cool beer scene.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that happened for me at Village Tap. So,
Oh, wow. Nice. Cool. Some good spots hit up. I got to get somewhere this coming weekend, so I have some things to report back. So I'll make sure I make that happen. Maybe the Perch, too. Maybe somewhere else.
see if they got Taco Cat, man.
Yeah, I've been not.
I was going to leave with a 4-pack of Taco Cat.
I go running and I go past Great Central and right over there by On Tour. I'm like, I kind of feeling like an On Tour beer. I don't know, like On Tour calls to me for some reason. It does. But then coming up, we got 420 happening. We're recording this. I don't know what's the 7th. Is it the 15th right now? So 5 days. So this episode's gonna come out after this. But I was at the store. And the Ooh La La was already on or for sale, which I don't think should have happened.
Oui. Man, total left field surprise, City Water with the Salomo spinoff.
Yeah.
And RTJ got together for really like one of the only collabs of this. There's only 3 collabs. One of them, yeah.
And this is the first City Water I've seen in 16-ounce cans.
Okay.
They're usually in 12-ounce cans.
Yeah.
And so it's a pink lemonade hard seltzer coming in at, I want to say like 6%. I thought it was pretty big, right?
Yeah, that's what I remember seeing too.
It does not. I'm not seeing it quickly enough.
It's cruelty-free, animal-free.
Yeah, their
Another
thing is
RTJ
like
collab.
they give 1% to all these different places. It's kind of part of their like gimmick, or I don't know what they wanted to do with it. Like give back with it. Like we're not just gonna capitalize on the hard seltzer trend.
Yeah. I love those collabs, man. What is it? Black Like a Panther. What was the first one? The very first one with Pipeworks.
Oh yeah.
I think it was just called Stay Gold.
Yeah.
And now this one,
And Nick's got his Run the Jewels shirt on, so he's feeling it.
RTJ, man.
So we're gonna, if you're watching this later, but we do a live stream on Instagram, so I think we're gonna drink this on Instagram, and check that out, hype it up for Salamoth and City Water.
Yeah, that sounds good. Oh, shout out to Revolution, man. We got Cuvée. I always thought it was Cuvée de Grace, because when you the Wikipedia snippet, That's how it's pronounced.
Right, that's how you say it, so I always thought.
That's what I thought,
Isn't
but
that the Drake? Wasn't Drake on Degrassi?
He's on Degrassi. But apparently it's Cuvée de Gras.
Oh,
Like
Gras.
just Gras.
Oh, no, okay.
Like Cuvée de Gras.
Gras.
But it's spelled Cuvée de Grace. But it's Cuvée de Gras. So
Gras.
totally different fucking beer from last year.
Really? What's the difference?
Last year I thought it was great. Like it had a ton of Gravedigger Billy in it. You know, it's a blend of maybe 5 or 6 beers, just like last year.
Yeah.
But the blend is all different. I don't think there's any repeats, right? I think the only repeat is Thundertaker, if I remember correctly.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because last year was Chmielewski and Gravedigger Billy. Gravedigger Billy is their Scotch ale. Yeah, and there's straight jacket, but last year was a dry straight jacket. This year was a sweet straight jacket.
Okay.
So you know how it is with their whole program. Their whole program style is, we got these barrels. Let's take and we'll split them into sweet versions and dry versions. So sweet version of Death Star, and this one isn't as sweet. So this is going over in the dry section. After they blend them out.
So have you tried it yet?
Did I try this? Yeah.
Okay. Initial thoughts?
It made me want last year's.
Ooh, interesting.
Because I thought that pop of, I don't know if it was the J Manila. I think it was the Gravedigger Billy.
Okay.
That kind of it was like a smoky, leathery. I hate the word leathery, but it was like a smoky kind of burnt sugar thing going that attracted me to it. All their beers are good.
Yeah.
But that one made clear that it was a different flavor.
Well, maybe we got to open it up on a video. Maybe we do a comparison.
I mean,
See which one.
we got the other one.
We should,
All
right? We have a lot. I don't know what we have anymore. It starts to get a little overwhelming sometimes. Maybe we compare it for our, review.
I'm curious.
Yeah.
But yeah, it is good. It is. I enjoy the taste.
Cool. So yeah, look for that on YouTube because we're always putting up a bunch of beer review videos there. I forgot what we drank last time. We had the Half Acre collaboration because that still has to go up. So with Vale.
Oh yeah, that's right. Man, that was good. It was
That
weird.
was good.
It just kept changing. I felt like it kept changing every time we drank it.
I couldn't figure it out, so I think we left it at that.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, I don't know. I'm excited for this Ooh La La Pink Lemonade. We're going to dive into that. Yeah, I think that's going to do it for this episode then, right?
I feel good about it.
Yeah. All right. Events, they're starting to come back. Summer's in full swing. I think this 420 event is probably, I don't know, maybe the first event of kind of the season.
I think you're right. I hope they do merch for this.
Oh, yeah.
Because, it's kind of a play on the album cover. And also, it's like, shit, I'd love to have a stemless wine glass and maybe a T-shirt for this shit.
I know we might have to go out there. Maybe we'll
If
hit
that's
up
where the merch is,
maybe we'll hit up our boy Hobbs. See what's up with this.
I'm going where the RTJ merch is, man. That's where
All right. Cool. So Nick, where can people find you? Get in touch when we're not here.
Right on, man. I'm on Twitter at Nicosio.
And I'm on Twitter at BRAD, Chicago Beer Pass. Twitter, Instagram for the lives, for the reels, for photos, basically daily.
Yeah,
we're
every single
crushing
day.
it. Yeah, take care.
Cheers.